Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 11, and we're here with some more news, some new images, the synopsis, just, new information altogether. Another week, another reveal, so that's pretty cool. It looks like every single week they're doing like a reveal leading up to the final season, which is only in about 2 months, so I'm very, very excited about it. I'm getting this video up a little bit late. I do apologize. This information came out yesterday, but I was extremely busy yesterday all day, and by the time I got out of work, it was getting a little late, so I decided to hold off the video till the morning. Well, I'm still making it the day it came out, but I'm just gonna post it, in the morning, which I think is better. So, you can start off your day with some Walking Dead. But that being said, yeah, like I said, we have the synopsis, some new images again. And I'm very excited about this, especially that synopsis. It tells us what we should be expecting in season 11, but I'm sure it's more specifically like the first, the first portion of season 11, because season 11 is a long season, and I'm sure they're not gonna tell us, things that are gonna be happening at the end right now. So this is pretty much where season 10 left off, and what we're gonna be seeing in the first half of season 11, or I guess the first third of season 11, since this is an extended season, because we're having 8, 8, and 8, which is great. But yeah, that being said, we're gonna go ahead and talk about all of these stuff, break it down. Obviously, I want to give a general spoiler warning in case you are not caught up with the show, and then also if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more content like this. But yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so let's start this off with the synopsis. I'm reading this off of Skybound, so obviously it's a reliable source. So this is the synopsis. It says, previously on The Walking Dead, our survivors confronted past demons and combated new threats, with friendships and relationships suffering from the mounting collateral damage that is the apocalypse. Alexandria is severely compromised, left a former shell of the home it once was from the carnage and devastation left behind by the Whisperers. Now all who live in Alexandria struggle to refortify it and feed its increasing number of residents, which include the survivors from the fall of the kingdom, the burning of the hilltop, along with Maggie and her new group, the Wardens. Alexandria has more people than it can manage to feed and protect. Their situation is dire as tensions heat up over past events and self-preservation rises to the surface within the ravaged walls. Alright, let's pause for a minute and talk about that part of the synopsis first, because there are some other parts to it as well. So it says, it's basically a recap. We saw that Alexandria got destroyed, and now they want to, they're trying to figure everything out and rebuild because of everyone coming to Alexandria. So the whole group is there right now, I think. And we saw at the end of season 10, episode 22, the group was going out to go search, for things and supplies. And we saw like Carol and Daryl searching for supplies. So we already saw that part of it. Or I mean, we already saw that build up to it. We haven't seen it quite yet, but we will see it soon. And then the situation is dire as tensions heat up over past events. So remember, we still have Maggie and Negan. They're coming, together in the same community. There's obviously going to be a promise between them. And then that self-preservation part, that is really interesting to me, because it seems like maybe there's going to be, well, it already tells us that there's the situation is dire as tensions heat up, but maybe some people are going to fight, over supplies, and, it's going to break apart the community potentially. So we'll see. So that's definitely interesting. And then continuing on with the synopsis, it says, they must secure more food while they attempt to restore Alexandria before it collapses like countless other communities they have come across throughout the years. But where and how? More haggard and hungrier than ever before, they must dig deeper to find the effort and strength to safeguard the lives of their children, even if it means losing their own. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to those at Alexandria, Eugene, Ezekiel, Yumiko, and Princess are still being held captive by mysterious soldiers who are members of a larger and unforthcoming group. So this is an interesting thing. So talking about restoring Alexandria before it collapses like the other communities, like we've seen the prison fall, we've seen the farm fall. So seeing Alexandria fall would be really like sad because they've been there since season 5. Like this is their long term, place. Like this they've been here longer than any other place on the show. Now I made a video a couple days ago if you saw it, but the cinematographer for The Walking Dead, he posted this image on Instagram of how it looked like Alexandria was destroyed. And in that video, I talked about how maybe maybe they're leaving Alexandria, maybe they stopped rebuilding because they've been rebuilding. So that image could be from like before the rebuilding process. But if you want to go check out the video, I go more in depth and talking about like the Reapers and all these other things, and how Alexandria could fall. But reading this synopsis now kind of makes me think that again because they're also, the Commonwealth also have a huge community, so they could very well just go over there. And then speaking of the Commonwealth, we saw in the last part of the synopsis, the group, Eugene, Yumiko, Ezekiel, and Princess, they're all still, captured by them. So we'll see that in the images as well. So let's get into the images. So the first image we have here are of some walkers, and it looks like they are in some sort of train or a subway, and I think it's a subway, and I'll explain why in just a moment. Well, I guess I'll explain right now, because the next image is with the group, and they're underground. And this looks like some sort of subway station. And if you remember back, when Fear the Walking Dead, or actually it wasn't Fear the Walking Dead, it was The Walking Dead Season 10C. After those bonus episodes, I think they would used to they used to post these little 30-second teasers of season 11 like while they were filming, and there was one which looked like it was taking place like on some underground subway station. So I think the group will be going underground, and this is those images. Now we can see the image here with the group, and like everybody's there. You got Alden, you got Maggie, you got Daryl, you got Scott, Father Gabriel, you got Negan in the back. I can't tell who these other people are. I think we have some new characters. I think that guy in the very back was that guy who was in Maggie's group. So we have like a whole group down here. And it looks like the synopsis says they're scavenging, but I don't think they would be scavenging down here. I think they're looking for another way to get to that military base, which is, where they're going. Remember, episode 22, Carol told Negan that they'll find a military base, so I think that's where they're going. So it could potentially be like an underground base, or something I've been thinking about is they're trying to hide from the Reapers, because remember, the Reapers are around this area, they're following them, so they may be hiding from them by traveling underground to get to the base. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. But we've never really seen a subway station before on The Walking Dead. I don't think we've ever had that, so it's always also really cool when they have like new settings and stuff like that. Alright, the next image, we have one of Carol, Kelly, and Magna. They all have like a little smile on their face, so I'm wondering if maybe they're just scavenging and they're talking to somebody. But I don't remember seeing them in the past image. But I do think Carol's going to be in that military base, because last week those images they released, Carol was there. So maybe they sent out like a small group to go on land or something like that. We'll see. But talking about these individual characters. Well, first of all, Carol, as always, I'm very excited for her story. And then we have Kelly, who, both Kelly and Magna, they come from the same group, and their group is split up right now. We have Yumiko at the Commonwealth, and then also Connie survived, like we saw at the end of episode 16, I believe. She's with Virgil. So I wonder if Virgil's going to take her to the Commonwealth, if they're going, I don't even know if Virgil knows the Commonwealth. Virgil's a very mysterious and interesting character. Hopefully we learn more about him, but remember, he found Connie. So I think maybe, it's building up to like a reunion at the Commonwealth, because the Commonwealth is a huge community. So I wouldn't be surprised if everyone meets up there. So that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. And then our next image is what we see, was what we saw with the synopsis. So we have the group here at the Commonwealth. You got Yumiko, Ezekiel, Princess, and Eugene. They're sitting around a table. It looks like they gave them something to eat. But notice the fences around them. So obviously they're being held captive inside of this room or whatever. And they're all together, which is interesting. So I don't think the Commonwealth are going to be like, they're not like necessarily entirely hostile. I think they just want to get questions out of them or answers out of them, and they're going to be asking them questions and stuff like that. A while ago, they released this little teaser where we heard some of the questioning, and it was with Eugene, and Eugene wasn't really, giving away too much. So I still think, the Commonwealth are a huge group, so I think I don't think any of them would give up their friends back home. So I think the Commonwealth are just going to eventually find them themselves, just because the Commonwealth, they're the Commonwealth. They have resources. So I'm sure, they'll be able to find the main group back home. But we have a lot of interesting stories going on, at the same time. Even though like the main group is dealing with the Reapers and scavenging, we actually have Commonwealth stuff, happening with this group here. So I'm very, very excited about that. So those were the images we got and the synopsis. So this was a real great reveal this week. I'm very, very excited to see the future reveals. I talked about this in my last video as well. I did like a season 11 update video a few days ago if you want to check it out. But I think the trailer might be coming out pretty soon too, so stay tuned for that, and obviously more Walking Dead videos by hitting that subscribe button if you are a fan of the show. But as far as this video goes, I am going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about the images and the synopsis in the comments down below. I'm definitely interested in hearing what you have to say about season 11. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like rating, and as always, thanks for watching, please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.